Hello everyone. Welcome, welcome. We are here to play some Pokemon FireRed for a little bit and return to the stream or the Nuzlocke that we were working on. You like fix my hair. Ugh. But we will be returning to the Nuzlocke that we started. So we started this back in October, I think. And so this is returning to it because we have made it to the third gym. That's what we're working towards. So, and of course, Pokemon FireRed is where I've started with Pokemon. And figured out, like, may as well start a Nuzlocke here. Especially since I've never done it before. Now, what I've done to add just a little bit of fun to it is I have added it as a randomizer. So all of my Pokemon are completely randomized, and so is everyone else's like training Pokemon. So it ain't just Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. I think my starter was a Hitmontop, so that's how weird it can get. And so yeah, I'm gonna switch over to the game and we will let this get started here. Let me do this because we should be able to have some music. I am going to have this turned down just slightly, just in case. Let me make sure that it's actually there. Let's see if that's like the previous stream I did the game music. It was a little loud. Oh, BP. There we go. What I meant to show was this. My summary of my team. And who all is here on my team. So we have Perry, which is the Pichu. It has learned Shockwave, Tail Whip, Thunder Wave, and Sweet Kiss. Hopper, which is my starter. Well, actually, I think my starter did die, but this is the one that stayed with me the longest. So, actually, that might be a little easier. Turn down my volume, so maybe that won't be as loud. So we have Hopper here. They have Intimidate. He also has Revenge, Rolling Kick, Focus Energy, Mega Kick. Oops. I meant to go to the next one. Which we have Huntail, which is a water type. Also been with me the longest. We have Whirlpool, Bite, Water Pulse, and Screech. Then we have Swampert, which is Sam. Which has Torrent, Tackle, Mudshot, Mud Slap, Water Gun. And then we have Quill the Quagsire, Water Absorb. We can tell there's a lot of water types here. Water Gun, Tail Whip there, and then Scratch Lair Rage for Feraligatr, which this Nuzlocke has had a habit of just handing me water types. I remember the last stream, I think we got Feraligatr, I think was the one that we got. And I was like, please don't be another water type. Please don't be a water type. And it was a water type. So this is kind of where the cards have been dealt. You have an electric, a fighting, and then literally water all the way. So I'm hoping then other routes I can get something other than water. But I've been going through here, kind of just taking on some of the trainers. And just to kind of like level up before we go beat up the rival. And I might have gone all the way down on this side. I can't remember. I should have honestly paid more attention to the, like, where it, like, gives you the backup. But I think this one, yeah, it looks like this side I have completed. So we're just going to run around to one of these. I believe this down area, we can use it to get some fighting in, and then we'll go up, and then we'll go beat our rival up. We'll see. I honestly do not remember where I'm at because it has been a while, but we'll see. The whole idea is to not have any Pokemon faint, and well, I've already had a few deaths so far, and I'm trying not to have as many. This isn't a hardcore Nuzlocke. I did not want to give myself a challenge that hard off the bat. I wanted to keep it very simple. Have some randomizer just because I want to have different Pokemon than what I've been normally used to. And then from there, then go to the Pokemon like I wanted to be super normal, because to be completely honest, I don't know how well I could do it. This is something that's like a challenge for me, so I'm like, you know what? We'll do this. Because usually what I would do is I would pick some of my favorite Pokemon. Typically, I would train them up. They'd be really over-leveled, and I would catch just basically anything on the route and then make a team from that. But this gives me the challenge of just simply sticking with one from the route. One from me, one from the route. And so, that is where that comes in. Hello, sir. He's talking about a Snorlax. Which, in completely honesty, our Snorlax might not be a Snorlax. It'd be super funny if the Snorlax ends up being like a Pikachu or, you know, a Rattata. That'd be funny. Very fitting for our playthrough so far. Okay, apparently I just beat a lot of them up and then went to save at the like nursing station. Apparently I've done that. Did not realize that was what I was doing. But, you know, to be better safe than sorry, I guess. Oh yeah, the captain being pale. I don't know if I actually got the item. Oops. I know, I'm trying to hit everything but what I need. So if I remember correctly, you're supposed to have like a, you know, item that's to like help him not be so sick. Oh yeah, we do have a Master Ball and a Safari Ball. Apparently, Lady Luck was like, here, you kind of need this for the ones that have passed. Oops. Alright. So here's some to fight to get us prepared. We have Vibrava, which, funny enough, we can switch to Swampert here. We can actually switch to a lot of our options because it actually works really well. But I did put leftovers onto my Swampert just because, you know, I wanted to keep it alive. But let's see. Otherwise, the week's been just kind of here. Not a whole lot's been going on. This was the first week without any of, like, the what are they called? The different holidays that we have. We didn't have as many of those this week, so it was just kind of back to the normal grind. Which meant that a lot of things were coming through, and then I've had some thoughts now about pursuing my PhD, which this would be pursuing my PhD in geology, and then from there just going wherever I want to with it. But I want to learn more about geology and want to know more about what all has been going on and how I can help and all that sort of stuff. That's the reason, really the core reason is just because I want to learn more. And it's kind of like a very intense thing to do because, you know, it's not the same normalcy of it because, you know, you are used to just working something just particular, but for me it's like, all right, we're, you know, moving away from working and moving into the going back into school basically. And it's a little scary for that particular reason. Let's actually go to Hunttail. As we can see, the most real reason about how I've nicknamed some of these are usually because of their first name, Hunttail H. Here's a name. But back to the PhD thing, the PhD is something that I want to look towards because it is something that I have thought about doing. Oh, it has Moltres. I think I'll just stick with Hunttail here. Because what I can do is put it into a whirlpool and let it slowly decrease over time. And just let it kind of die with the water pulse. Whereas now it's doing a fire spin to me. It's like right back at you. And I'm like, look, mine hurts a lot more than yours does. As we see there. Ta-da! But yeah, and so it's something that's been on my mind heavily this past time. What are you doing? Oh, you're scrubbing the deck. I was like, what are you doing? But now that we've defeated him, we're gonna go back to the little lady over on the bottom floor to get healed, and then we'll take on the rival. Oops, wrong one. Should be this one, right? Would you like a rest? Yes, please. So yeah, that's kind of what's been on my mind. Something that I've enjoyed this past week is that it has been so nice. It just got dropped back down to 30 degrees today. But for the past week, it's been 50s, 60s. Yesterday, it was actually 66. And it was so nice. I took out my my book that I was reading, went out to the front porch, read for a little while, and then I actually finished the entire book while sitting on the porch. I was just so enthralled into the book, and then was like, oh, it's so nice out, so I don't want to actually move anywhere. Oh my god. Okay, you deserve that. You just deserve that for killing my little Pichu. Let's see. Probably not a ground type. Hunttail? This might be where we are. Let's let Hunttail. While water is not very effective, if I can just nick some time down the bud, it'd be nice. But having predominantly water type team makes this a little difficult. Because something like that, water and ice, will be not the best with my ground types, my like water ground. But hey, if we make it out of this, fine. I'm not going to complain. It'll just be having to fix everything. Just took out my Pichu, which I was going to just shockwave it and be like, there you go. But in complete honesty, with Pokemon, I don't know the stats of a Pokemon very well. I don't know, like, a lot of this is just kind of like trial and error for me. So there are times where maybe a death could have been preventable. But, I don't know, it's kind of new to me. I usually just play Pokemon straight through and not really, like, care towards what it is going through. We have Oddish, which will switch to my Hitmontop. But what we're going to do is, I've done basically all the routes up until here and off to the left with Viridian's like side off to the side. So I'm going to have to see the routes after the third gym. Geez, getting paralyzed. This is also going to be a test of my luck. I already don't have the best luck usually when it comes to games anyway. So seeing how well I can do this is going to be the other issue. Look, I'll probably be more side with like Hopper here because Hopper has done like everything for the team. I'm gonna see if I have a... Don't think I have Super Potion, Antidote, Awakening, Burn. Literally do not have a Paralysis here. So I'm going to be struggling till I get out of this. Yay! Especially with moves that are not very effective. Because we literally have a fighting type and a bunch of waters. Well, at least if we're paralyzed, we don't get poisoned. That's at least nice to some degree. But yeah, there's that going on. Today I did a whole like new month ritual stuff for like blowing cinnamon on the door to bring good luck. Doing a spell to bring in good things. Doing transformation, doing a reading around it. It was just kind of like a nice little day. So that was my extent of today. I'm trying to see if I want to... I will probably just swip in. swap into Swampert. Just because it's a Silcoon, and I could just tackle and probably do pretty well. Because that's mostly what it's going to end up doing, is just hardening over and over and over and over again. But I decided tonight to do a little bit something different than just doing Stardew Valley, but instead doing Pokemon. Because I thought it'd be kind of fun to do something like that. Especially continue this Nuzlocke to see where we end up. Which for the most part, we only had one death out of that fight. Yay, I guess. But now we are to go up here to our... We rubbed the captain's back to make him feel better. There we go. Now he can teach me cut, so I can get to the third gem. Yeah, but if I remember correctly, this entire, like, the team that I have is the team that I have left. So there goes the ship. Goodbye. I don't know if we get to the end of the Nuzlocke where we defeat the champion, if we'll go beyond to the Isles. But honestly, we'll just have to see where this ends up, because if I end up failing like the Nuzlocke itself, then I'm gonna have to start all the way over. This is just like, we'll see. We'll play it by ear. We'll see what happens. Now we have to go up here. We can take a look at the ones who I've lost, which is kind of sad. Like, whether they're Pokemon that get one-shotted, aka Pichu here. Articuno, I think, got one-shotted. Girafarig was from a critical hit. Mareep was also from a critical hit. You can see, like, we don't have any Pokemon except for Death Crew. But I have gotten the Pokemon from that route and the two routes over here and in Viridian City too. So, because I got the old rod, so I tried to fish here. It didn't work, and so we're just to our Pokemon that we have already. We do need to heal up. So we'll go to the Pokemon Center and heal up. Healing back to perfect health. Yes, please. I'm gonna get a couple of other, like, little medicinal items. Medicinal items? There we go. Just to help prepare for the gym. Because I'm pretty sure we've already beat up the trainers over on the other route. So, do we have an awakening? The one time we don't have an ice heal, we'll probably need an ice heal. And then we'll grab a few super potions. Just in case our team needs it. But I'm pretty sure, I know I've gotten the route Pokemon from both of these. I don't know if I've beat up everybody over here. Apparently not. So we're gonna probably just use this to get some experience. A cyclist, Fiero. Well, we're going to be taking Hopper out of this battle. We'll take the Intimidate, but we will shift in our Huntail with Fight. Fight. Fury attack, which... Okay, I was like about to say, I was like, if you're gonna hit like 6 times, I'm gonna have a conniption fit. Ooh, we got the crit! Woohoo! Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Maybe that you guys are having a good weekend starting out. As it is Saturday, tomorrow's Sunday, so end of some weekends. Woohoo. I don't know what I'll end up doing tomorrow. I've gotten on to... I'm now at season 9 of Supernatural, and oh my goodness. Man, is it just throwing left and right, left and right. I of course like it just as a series as a whole, but I really enjoy what it's doing right now, so I will definitely be continuing to see what will happen and what will occur when I move into the next few seasons. I also want to try and watch it before freaking Netflix takes it all off, because now it's saying that it wants to take the entire Supernatural series off. And I'm sitting here like, I'm on season 9 of 15. I need to get through these, but they're like 20-something episodes apiece. Like, oh my goodness. Like, before I watched it, honestly, Castiel was my favorite. But I told my sister, I was like, I don't know if I can even trust him anyway. Like, I'm at the point where I'm like, the only people I can trust is Dean and Sam. And that is if they are normal. If they have their normal soul, then I can trust them. But, oh my gosh. These boys, oh my god. I do want for Alligator to get some levels. You know, get up in the world. Since the Geodude, I figured it's probably the best. Yeah, if you can give me a water type, might as well use it. But yeah, I've been all over Supernatural lately. And apparently my TikTok has also been very on Supernatural, and so has my Facebook and everything. Basically just giving me all of the Supernatural stuff. Oh goodness. Honestly, the Intimidate's probably a good thing. Just go ahead and get that under our belt while we have this enter. You're wondering, I'm having a little snack of pistachios. Ooh, that was a bad pistachio. Yeah, I'm like... The universe of Sam and Dean and Cass, just, it has been a wild ride. But I'm like, I'm in it for the long haul. I want to see the rest of it. Give me all of it. I almost was like, I'm just gonna continue watching it, but I was like, yes, I want to stream tonight. I've been wanting to stream, so I should do it too. I should still do it. And we're here. Jump left. Might work on using Hunter, or maybe bite it. Apparently gonna screech it first, but thinking biting it. Of course, we're back to another Sun Spore. That might be this playthrough's favorite thing, is the Sun Spores. Probably the better option is to just Whirlpool. I probably will heal just to make sure that if a crit happens, then it doesn't take out another Pokemon. I'm probably going to be more overly cautious just because of my Pokemon. What? See, there's crit. I have a pistachio that has no way to open it. I don't have, like, anything to crack it open. What dang? I continue biting the crap out of the jump bluff. As long as we can break free from paralysis, we'll just bite the crap out of it. Woo! Now that finally worked. And I'll drop Swampert in for the Spearow fight. It's what? A Spearow. Oh well. My 2 cents. Water, even though water is not isn't like super effective or not effective against flying types, I feel like it should be, because some birds, when they do get wet, they just can't fly. So that would be one thing, but the director Scarlet, who looks like a construction worker. So I'm going to do this to go around. I'm going to go heal up right quick. We're going to continue beating up all the trainers over here just to get some experience with the rest of the team. Then we'll go after the gym leader and the gym trainers. What I probably need to do is move Hitmontop from like first to like there, because then Quagsire can get some levels, some experience, and then Hitmontop doesn't get too much experience in case I need it for the battle. But I don't want to like accidentally do something like that where it's like, oh, now it won't obey you. And I'm like, ah, crap. That's funny is I do have a funny story about that. So little kid me, who of course wasn't very sure about Pokemon and how to play it. I just played it because it had these different Pokemon with, like, you can battle and do these things. I did not realize, as said child, did not realize that there is a period where it caps and you cannot, the Pokemon won't listen to you. And I think I traded a Pokemon over, and it was an Azumarill. And I was at the 3rd or 4th gym in Pokemon. I want to say it was Emerald or Sapphire. And I did not get why the Emerald would not listen to me. And I was like, why is it not listening to me? And it kept disobeying or playing a different, like, a different move. I was so confused. Little did I know, it was so over leveled. It was like my team was like 10s and 15s, close to like 20s, and this was close to 30. No wonder it wasn't going to listen to me. Zoomeral's probably like, you're crazy. I ain't listening to you. As we say, I also randomized the names because I thought it'd be funny. Like Schoolboy Joe, this old man. Let's see. There's another man, old man. Let's see if he is a schoolboy. Yep, we have schoolboy. That's so funny. Okay, but my question is, the extra payday, does it go to me? I can't remember. I think it does. I hit the wrong move. Well, just because it is on a hitting streak. We'll just swap in the Swampert. And I'm going to take out this Meow. Which does give Quill some experience in moves, apparently. And then we have Spinda, which, of course, I can switch over to Hopper. And take care of this in like 1-2. This might be pushing because I can't remember up to how many levels Misty does. I'm not going to learn counter. 1, 2. An item. Can't remember how many. 3. Yeah, there's like 4 others that I have to battle. Well, I don't have to. I'm just doing it for the experience. Let's see. I did put speed up just a little bit, just because I was like, alright, let's move these battles on. Let's get to this 3rd. We could go ahead and go to the 3rd gym leader, but the extra experience on some of these Pokemon that I obviously want to make sure that they don't faint. I will say this has put me, because this is, let me think. This is like my 3rd Nuzlocke, because both of them, I want to say it was at the I think one was at the first gym, one was at Mount Moon, where I just got like completely wrecked by like one Pokemon. Took out my team and I was like, oh my god. Then I was like, alright, let's try this again. We're on the third playthrough. Try it again. We'll see what happens. And that's how we got up here. Which isn't like the best, I'll say. Like, in my opinion, not the greatest type of playthrough, because I have a ton of water types. I really have all water types except one. But the luck of the draw was given to me. There goes schoolboy Liliana. There is... Pretty sure that's Lugia's thing. It's all of these I've battled. I'm not gonna worry about it. When I first would play this, so like when I first played FireRed, when I was really like 7 or 8, I played this and I did not battle any extra trainers. I literally just went from like the SSN directly into Lieutenant Surge. And I remember that I struggled because I just didn't focus on leveling up. I only battled the gym trainers that I had to. I really just tried to speed my way through it. And having the extra like oomphs on some things was nice. And so I was like, maybe I should just like take the time to like get what I need and then, you know, take off from there. This is of course like younger me was just like, I'm just playing to get the gym badges. So I get gym badge and I move on to the next one. And if I faint, I just return back and I'm done. Like, honestly, was my mindset. I never went to like, oh, just grab one from each route and like, let's challenge ourselves. Was not me. I played probably what would be considered how it was intended to for someone younger. Oh well. You live and learn, like I live and learn about finding out which Pokemon actually listen to you by their level up moves and not like, you know, overtly leveling them from different things. Which right now one of mine might be overly leveled, but that is near here nor there. Oh yay, water absorb. I like that. I keep forgetting I do have that move. The water absorb does help. Yeah, I'm just gonna mud shot. Make it easy, one and done. I'm out of here type of thing. Let's see what else we can end up doing. Teddiursa. I think I'm going to switch in to Swampert here just to get some extra experience here and there. I do like having the extra, starters. But it does, like, I'm like, it's a lot of water types. One electric, and I am, like, Well, technically the electrics I'm covered with like the mud shot. It's one grass move. That's when it's like, I better have Hitmontop because these grass moves are not going to be friendly with me. I should probably run from those. So that's why I'm a little more apprehensive, I would say, when it comes to my team. Yeah, never melt ice. Woo! It does give me some very interesting, like the new, not the new, but like the random items. That does give me some interesting items. I mean, who would have thought getting a Master Ball or, you know, a Never Melt Ice or something? Like, what the heck? It's so weird. But actually getting some of these items early might actually be more helpful because there are some items that I just don't use. Though it could help my Pokemon like hit better, be stronger, you know, stuff like that. Um, Again, little me did not think of that. Little me was like, oh, we're collecting items. I swear, I should have been a part of like those farming games that I do play now. I should have been given those when I was a child, because child me would have been like, oh yes, collect everything, woohoo! Like, oh my goodness. And now I'm like, at least to like a medium level to where I'm like, I kind of know what I'm doing. I kind of don't, but I at least can confidently be like, yeah, I know type matchups and I can use certain items like leftovers and it helps a lot. One thing I'm afraid of is as soon as I try to use an awakening, it's going to try to sing me back to sleep. I did have that happen one time where I had a shit ton of like awakenings. And I sat there, awakened my Pokemon, they sang me back to sleep. Awakened, sang right back to sleep. Sang, awakened back. Like, happened 4 or 5 times, and I was just like, would you please quit? It happened, I think, when I was playing Unova. I think it was in Unova that I was like, oh my god, please just quit. Leave me alone. I want to say, yeah, I think it was Unova that I had that type of issue happening. Because I'm pretty sure it was one of the, like, gym, or not gym leaders, one of the Elite Four members. Of course. Sorry for the yawn. Goodness. Try not to, like, yawn right when I'm, like, talking. That's probably nice. But, yeah. I've also found some other, like, free type of games that I'm thinking about playing on the team, or not, I about said the team, the stream. And then I think that would be kind of fun to do, is just play some free games or some indie games, like on itch.io. Just because I think it'd be so much, it would just be interesting to try. Of course, I'm one that's like, oh yeah, like you can just do this and like you figure out like what games you like and what seems fun to do. I do have some on my list that's like, oh, we're saving for later. I almost want to like give, did you quit that? I want to give myself like a reward where it's like, if you stream this many times, then you can get yourself this game. Or like, if you complete this many things in one game, then you reward with a different game. Type of stuff. Like, to be able to give myself kind of like a level, or even just like make it to this many followers and then do that. Something like that. I think it would be very helpful to do something like that and then move on to like whatever else I want to do. Especially now that I figured out how to plug in my Switch to my computer, I'll be able to actually play the games that are on my Switch onto here, which would be really fun to do. And that's simply because I have games on there that are only on the Switch. And so I figured, well, I could just play some of those onto here. Or if I don't want to like buy the same copy onto my computer. That's the other thing. So I have like, I'm trying to think of what all I have on there. I have like Graveyard Keeper. I have Animal Crossing. I do have Fire Emblem. I have a lot of Fire Emblem. I don't know. Okay, please don't knock out my Quagsire. Okay, thanks. We're just gonna swap in to something else and then run away. Because honestly, I was just not paying attention. I was trying to like run it not in the grass. Just to be able to like heal up and then go to the gym. Goodness. Somebody's... It also does not help that my controller can be a little tender. So we're just going to go up here and heal up. Now, as you guys are probably, if you ever are curious, my favorite Pokemon is actually what is on the stream avatar, like, hold on, wrong way, this way, there we go, that way. Houndoom is my favorite Pokemon, so that is why Houndoom is on my avatar. It's my little avatar over there. Yeah, I do like being able to be the only one that learns Cut. Of course, not having certain water type moves, that does not help. At this point, like, just get rid of Leer just to give it like Cut to be able to get to the gym. It's like, get me to the gym, please. Or I could technically pick one of the Pokemon that is dead and then make them learn Cut and then put them back in the box. but yeah. Now I can go in. Let's see. Oop. Of course, you're thinking about electricity, but you also have a randomized team. So let's see if you actually have it or not. Oh, you actually have Plusle. Which, to be honest, me having Quagsire or Swampert, I almost said Marshtomp, is a little helpful. Sorry. There we go. I've also found a way when I go to the gym to read my book while I'm like bicycling or walking or if I'm on the treadmill or something. Found a way to do that, and so I'm like, I can read my book. I can do this. If I do weights and stuff, then obviously can't really do that there, but I'll take it whenever I do bicycling or running or walking. I'm just gonna move this over here. There we go. Director Joe is, well, fried, I guess. Nope. Nope. This is the puzzle that I am going to not be happy. Alright, well that does not help because it's so everywhere. And of course it's not going to be, it's going to be reset. Alright, so we got 50-50. Ah, damn. Come on, fight me. Fight me. I'm just gonna talk to you. You were just not facing my direction. I know, I thought it was funny when I was a kid. I would just walk up to a trainer and just be like, fight me, and they would not turn to me. And I'm like, poke. Fight me. Because usually I just wanted their money. Or to just take whatever they had against. And I was like, oh, I could use that. That could work. And go from there. That's honestly like my biggest thing was like, let's see, what can I do? Oh, my little lock is now, there we go. I don't know if you guys have the same issue where it's like, you have, like if you wear a necklace, the clasp that's on the back moves all the way to the beginning, to like the front, and so you have to like fix it. I have one necklace that when the clasp goes all the way around, it gets stuck, like right on like the like hook for the charm. And so I have to undo the necklace, wiggle it out of where it's gotten hooked, and then pull it out. Not always the greatest, but I really like that necklace, so I don't really like to try and change it. If I find a better cord for it, then I'll change it. But I won't be getting rid of that charm. Because actually that charm is for my grandmother. When she had passed, she had told me about a story of, like, before she had passed, she told me about a story of getting an apple from her grandfather. Well, from her father, my great-grandfather. And how it helped her with different, like, she was just so excited to have it, stuff like that. And, I was like, well, I want something to remember her by. And I found this, like, it's, I think, rhodonite. And it's an apple about yay big. And it has basically, it's just like a little apple about that big, and it has like a copper hook with it. And copper colored. I don't think it's actually copper. And then it hooks to a black cord, and then I can wear it. Well, thank you. Thank you for saying it was so good. Surprisingly, everyone's still in good health. I'll take what I'm getting. I am going to just take a little moment to save. Because it is time to battle Lieutenant Surge. What do you think? Oh. My game stuttered for a second. Whoops. But, okay, Houndour, not that big of a deal. It's actually the pre-evolved of my favorite Pokemon. It's fine. If they could give me that, I'd be happy. I could take that as a Pokemon. Just saying. Just, you know, wink wink nudge nudge Nuzlocke here. I don't have a fire type on my team, so don't have anything but water type on my team except for one fighting. Chimeko. Probably Huntail, get the bite. It has, I think it's psychic. Remember correctly? That's one thing I will be excited to be able to do is I could play Pokemon Scarlet, Pokemon Violet on here as well. Lieutenant Surge is apparently like Jacqueline now. But this means that I could play that because technically I've been playing Pokemon Scarlet on my own. And what I want to do is play through that region as Pokemon Violet and be able to play that particular realm of things. I think that would be really fun to do, and it would be something just a little bit different. So that was one thing I wanted to try. But yeah, I have like a lot of different little games. The ones I'm thinking of, I have this one called Blackout Hospital, and it's kind of like a horror 8-bit game that I think would be kind of fun to do. I did find out that Dark Deception was for free, so I ended up doing that because I actually haven't wanted. I've watched a bunch of people. Oops, forgot about that. I've watched a bunch of people play Dark Deception, but I've never played it myself. So I'm like, it'd be fun to try. I think that's how I've been using streams, is to try different games to see if I like them or not. And then, to see if I like different games, and then if I do, then continue playing them, but if I don't, then we just let them go. One game that I do want to bring back, I'm going to have to figure out how to like hook up my other computer again, just to have, just to have the second screen. But I played Night in the Woods for a long time, and I have not completed the playthrough, so I still need to complete the playthrough of that. Because I still want to know the ending of it. I've watched some playthroughs, but I actually haven't watched the ending, so I don't know what it is. It'd be fun to try and play the rest of it. And then I ended up getting the one game that I did end up getting both copies for. Well, 2. Stardew Valley is one of them. But I did get Cult of the Lamb to play as well. I think it's a fun game. I really like that game on Switch, so I pulled it to be put on here. And try that. Oh, there's the scientist to give me some extra stuff. Yes, please heal my Pokemon. And then we can maybe encounter a new one and then go from there. Oof. What you got for me? The Route 2 area. Can I honestly just take Diglett's tunnel and go back? Yeah. Should just be able to do that. Getting any extra items that I may need. Holy hell. That was the one thing I could get here and I just didn't get. I seriously think I got a Quagsire. It was either Quagsire or, actually I think it was something that I just couldn't catch. That wasn't Mewtwo. That would have been like crazy to have like Mewtwo and then just use a Master Ball. Like, well, guess who has a strong type Pokemon now? Sorry. But no, I can get that one. I had to get something completely different. Something that I didn't want in the first place. Forgot what's in here. Oh, is this the... Oh, the, like, looking for Magikarp. Which I don't have. Wow. There he is. Hell, I don't think I've only... It was the 10 species. Oh, because it's like the Pokemon I'm getting are not... They're not a part of the actual database. It's actually... Well, that's gonna not come in handy in a while. I may have to just do that off stream or something. Just like catch some that gets me enough to get the HM. And then just stick them as like extra or just release them back in the wild. I know it's not fly, so I'm not worried that I won't get that. So then I could just fly back to Diglett Cave. Scratch my... There we go. Probably because Scyther's really fast. There we go. Yeah, see, there's my Diglett's Cave encounter. It's Relegator. Itch. My legs are itch. There we go. Move around. We go out the Diglett's tunnel. Woohoo. Let's see. I need to make sure that I'm not missing anything by doing this. Like, just to make sure that, oh, if I, like, come back to these later, I'm not going to miss something that I may need for the playthrough. Flash. Me not missing him right now is not going to be that big of a deal for right now. So. Because it's not like me going through Rock Tunnel. Hell, as a kid, this is going to be another funny story. about me and my little self, which was, hey, little self here did not realize that there was an HM called Flash for the longest time. Took her multiple different generations. I have a draft rig, but it's dead. But this is for someone who did not know that these things existed. She could not believe it that there was an HM called Flash, and that could actually help her later on. She did not realize this. So this ended up making where a lot of her games, she just didn't have, ooh, okay, hold on. Okay, my computer's figured itself out now. So for a long time, she didn't realize that, you know, you could make it nicer. You could actually see stuff. So you could just, like, I don't know, use it and see the entire cave if you want to. So I just struggled. I literally struggled through every cave without realizing about the HM for Flash. I just was like, who knew? I didn't know that was a thing. Oh well. Oh my gosh. This Butterfree's just like, you are not gonna hit me at all. Well, I'm like, I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'm just gonna sleep till I wake up. I also thought if I whispered enough as a kid, if I whispered when they were confused, and I'm like, don't hit yourself, don't hit yourself, that the Pokemon would not hit themselves. Or if they were asleep and I needed them to wake up, then I would be like, wake up, wake up, wake up. And that would be how they woke up. So it tells you, like, my this is how I thought things should go. That's how, like, the microphone on your Game Boy was how you told your Pokemon what to do. Which I think would be, like, it would be a great type of asset to a game. Just make it to where you whisper and you just, and then they do what you're supposed to. But I obviously did not get that memo. There we go. Just taking that out. Seconds. Not that worried. Let's use another ground type move. Seconds probably not be that happy. It's fine. You're fine. Now, let's see. Honestly, what I might do is swap Fear up front. Honestly, probably should just get more healing items in general. At least some paralysis heals. I'm just gonna get like a few antidotes because it seems like the antidotes is what I'm really gonna be looking at. Let's make sure I have enough Pokeballs here. Just to make sure that when we get some new encounters, we can actually catch the encounters. How much I'm yawning, goodness gracious. And for rest, well, apparently that's what I need to do. But, you know. This will be for a Pidgeotto. Pidgeotto. That was actually like one of my favorite Pokemon from Ash was his Pidgeotto. I didn't really care for Pidgeot. I was just like, Pidgeotto. Yeah. I want that one. So when I played the games, I ended up had Pidgeotto on my team. For a while. I don't remember if I ever kept it on my team or if I traded it for something else. I might have traded it for Dodrio. Simply because I thought the three-headed bird looked cool. So I took Dodrio. Which isn't the best way of doing things, but I was just like, yeah, I like the cool bird. I want that one, you know. It seems to be the theme was like, oh, that's a cool thing. I want it. I'll just stick it on my team. It's a wonder that I struggled with some of the Elite Four members and the champion. Ooh, goodness gracious. So we've had some pretty good ones so far. What is this way? I'm not going to go that way just yet. Go beat him up, but then we'll go ahead and go get ourselves a new encounter. Hopefully not a water type, you know? Maybe we can avoid a water type. That's easier said than done, apparently. Oh, there goes... My cat's like... Or I should say my sister's cat's like, Mom, Aunt, where are you? I miss you. I love you. I must sing the song of my people. And I'm like, I know, we hear you. The only reason we don't have you in our rooms as much is because you like to attack people's feet at 4 in the morning. Or sleeps in the most uncomfortable areas. The other cat will sleep for a little bit, but then it's like, no, now it's time for me to go. So beauty sleep, not usually the best. But they'll technically, they'll sleep for a little bit. Let's go beat this bug trainer up, and then we'll go get ourselves an encounter, see how that goes. And yeah. Whew. Ah, shoot, pursuit. Okay. You can deserve the Intimidate for that one. Pursue me, but I will revenge you. But yeah. I just want something not a water type. It would be really nice. I'm just like, it'd be really, really nice not to have another water type. I can almost do a mono type team, especially at this rate. Can that be Pokemon FireRed? It's first Nuzlocke with only water types. Like, come on. There we go. Ta-da! Woo-woo! Now, our encounter for the area is Mischievous. Okay. It's a ghost type. It's not, you know, a water type. We use a little water gun. Little bloop. Just to slowly make this Pokemon lowered, and then we'll capture it, and then I can make it a part of the team. It should be like a ghost type, and then fighting type is the go-to apparently. It's like, hopefully that Mischievous has a lot more than Spite. Of course, in this game, it doesn't evolve. But it's fine. Like I said, it's a lot better than having all water types. Wonder, I don't think I have a type that would work. I will put Swampert out just because right now I just kind of like want to throw Pokeballs and see if it works. See if I catch you. You're on my team and you'll be caught to be a part of the Heather squad. Even just having a singular, just a different type. It's right a minute. I was more afraid if I hit it with something else, it'll just... I don't want that. I'm like, I don't want that. Might try another Pokeball and then like switch it back into Feraligatr and see if maybe using another water gun will like lower it, but maybe... Oh, it was so close. Like at this point, you just stay in the mall. Just stay in the mall and you'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine. I promise I don't have a habit of, you know, completely taking Pokemon out and then immediately turning them into something else. Let's just try this safari ball, because I don't really know what else I'll use it for. Yeah, I might just switch to alligator again. Just see if maybe another water gun or two can knock it down. And then go from there. Spot on my chin. Bloop. Okay, yeah. That was like the only move I could do until it would be in the red. But I'll have to go and like heal it up. It stays in the Pokeball. And I can heal it up. This Misdreavus is just really trying to be a pain in the butt. Just a little pain in the butt. Finally. So what should we name it? I was going to call it Miser. Like a miser brother. Just with how, like... Bless me. Da-da-da. $17.5, yeah. I'd just rather be over-prepared than under-prepared. There we go. And we're gonna go back to this. Let's see. Move around. Or it's the stuff of the gen where if you cut something down, it doesn't stay cut. Film a super bug Pokemon. Watch it be like a Rattata. Or a freaking Salamence. Good grief. Sekiero. Just gonna put Intimidate right back. For it not being very effective, it's doing a lot more damage than what I was doing. Apparently hit my top was like, we're just gonna one-shot you while we're at it. Aggron, we will definitely swap over to the Swampert. The Widow Swampert. was gonna say Mudslap's not gonna do anything to me since I'm a ground type. What I want to try and do is get to where we get to the Pokemon Center outside of Rock Tunnel. And that might be where we call it tonight. Oh, look, it's my favorite Pokemon. Look at my favorite Pokemon. There he is. Such a good boy. Just such a good boy. Such a good boy. We go. Pet, 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 pet. Of course, all my favorite Pokemon seem to be around the dog part. Because my second favorite Pokemon's Yamper. Because we all love corgis. If I had corgi plushie, would be closer. Actually, if my Yamper plushie was closer, I would show it off. Because I do have a Yamper plushie. As soon as I saw that Build-A-Bear had it, I was like, guess she's gonna have to get herself a Build-A-Bear. You know, guess she's gonna have to do that. And then got myself the Yamper plushie. So woohoo! The Niner Jill has been defeated. Of course, we know we have plenty of antidotes in here to get rid of that. Let's see, what else we got? Let's see. Battling some of these trainers. We got Tyranitar. Well, I had a Tyranitar before it got completely obliterated by water types, so that was my first playthrough. Was that it was a water type, so it was like I had Tyranitar, and then it was just a simple like water gun from like I think a Staryu or Starmie. Crit one shot. Tyranitar was like, I'm out. So it's like, I'll just take my chances of, you know, I have Feraligatr here that can just take it out. Get the experience too. There we go. Level 19. That's always helpful. And we'll go from there. Actually, Veroth means that we can bring out my one and only, my Hitmontop. Taking it little by little. There we go. Magby will. Which water type should I use? Which of the 4 water types should I use against Magby? Change. Critical, super effective, trapped in a vortex, which means either the sandstorm or the whirlpool will take it out. Woohoo! Which your Patronese me. Every time I saw that, like, as a kid, my brain was just like, yes, she has a very high-pitched nasally voice. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Time to super potion. Ralliator up. But this does give Feraligatr some experience. Oh, sorry about that. Cough came out of nowhere. Woo. Let's see. We have the one there. When now we're on Route 10. Our encounter is Delibird. We'll work to see if we can catch it. It's, you know, either a present or a present. Exactly. Present or present. Not the greatest Pokemon to have, but it's fine. It'll just go in the box. We actually have one that can go in the box and just stay in the box until we need an extra Pokemon, or if someone goes, we have it. So I'll name this Delilah. I think that's what I will. Not land. Look. I need to move it away from the box of death, because it is not a dead Pokemon. It is simply a living one. Apparently I've only got like one, so yeah. So technically, Delilah here goes right into this box. There we go. And then we'll heal up. And I think what we'll do is, I am a little sleepy, but what we'll do is we'll get our first encounter in Rock Tunnel. I'll, have this little trainer battle, and then we'll get our first encounter, and we'll see what we get, what happens, and go from there. I think it'll be interesting to see if there is a different Pokemon we can add to our box, to our immediate answers. Or we just find something that we can just catch and add onto the team for some reason. Maybe add to where we don't have 4 water types onto a team. We just have one in safekeeping. Yeah. We'll see what we can find. We'll see what occurs. Poliwag. We'll just keep Hitmontop out. just to see what we get. So we should just be able to like run around this area. Probably not right out the door. That would not be helpful. Let's see. There we go. Our encounter at Rock Tunnel is my cargo. That's not a bad Pokemon to add to the team. I do have a Turkle. That would be very, very helpful to a certain team. Again, I'm a little afraid to use a water type since it is very effective against it. So I will whittle it down. It will yawn me, I will whittle it down. Actually, I might be able to do something else. This might be the Pokemon that I end up replacing it with, but because I think having a fire type would be nice on the team, just to give some more leverage, especially to those grass types that we just can't handle. I mean, we can, it's just not the greatest. So it'd be nice to add my cargo to the team if it decides to stay. Definitely need to heal up the Huntail just to make sure that we are in the same boat. And then we'll go back to throwing some Pokeballs. Okay, what I might do is specifically switching Fiora back out, because my thought is if I use Scratch a few times, then it'll like whittle down into the like red area, and then we'll see what happens. I will throw a Pokeball since I am asleep for this one turn, just to see. But I'll say it'd be nice to have the fire type. There we go. And then we'll go over here and we will try to use what we can to get this in. There we go. Just, you know. We'll name this Millie with a Y. Yeah, let's do this. Use cut. Healed Pokemon. Yes, please. But it would be good. Honestly, I might replace Quagsire. Keep Huntail on the team. Well, I think Quagsire is super cute. I already have the Water Ground with Swampert. So there we go. me get into my bag because I do have a charcoal in here. Don't use it. Give it to Billy. Now I probably will put one of the 2 new ones up just to the next time I can just have them here. We got our 3rd gym badge, and then the next time is just getting through Rock Tunnel to Lavender Town, and then going from Lavender Town to the rest of everything else. So let me yep. So I will be signing off here so we can move to the next area. Well, for me, it's to go to bed. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you in the next whatever stream that I end up doing. And we'll go from there. So, hope you guys have a great evening, day, or night, wherever you guys are.